Hello there, this is DBT and this is Art of Runes. And alright, let's continue talking about Asphalt 9 because today Gameloft just released the patch notes for the new seasons coming to the game, that being Supercharged Summer 1 and 2. Now we're gonna read through the entire thing of the patch notes and I'm gonna be giving you my thoughts and whatnot, thoughts and impressions, I guess that's how I should say it. And also stick around till the end of the video if you are curious to know whatever happened with the car hunt of the Dead Tomato P900. You know that I was doing it, but did I actually complete it? Did I have to spend tokens? And how many tokens did I have to spend? Stick around if you want to know about that too. But before we jump into any of this, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, remember that I post literally every single day, and anytime that there's news on this game, you bet that I will be making a video of it. But alright, let's get on with the reading because oh boy, there's a lot to read. So, it says, welcome to a Supercharged Summer. In this update, you will experience 2 Supercharged seasons before we launch the much anticipated Asphalt Legends Unite. And yeah, this means that this is the very last update that the game Asphalt 9 Legends as we know it gets. From here onwards, or after this one, is gonna be Asphalt, what? Legends Unite? So yes, technically a different name, whatever, it's fine. So, the first thing, obviously, we have this fancy graphic with the new cars, but we're gonna look at the cars with more detail over here. Don't miss these amazing additions to your roster? Yeah. First, we have the Lotus ER9, and I'm gonna skip the whole thing at stock. Let's have a look at it at max, because this is where it gets interesting. It's a car of Class B. It does seem that it's gonna be 6 stars, given that other cars of the same rank or similar rank are also 6 stars. And man, just looking at the stats, yeah, I can kind of understand it. First of all, this is the new quote-unquote king for Class B. It has an even higher rank than the Revuelto, so I'll use the Revuelto as a comparison point. This is faster by like 3 or 4 kilometers than the Revuelto. The acceleration is better by like 2 points or something like that. And I mean, the Revuelto already accelerated great. This thing is gonna be absolutely killer. Now, as far as handling in Nitro, this car has lower stats than the Revuelto, so in theory, that's what it should balance it out. But it remains to be seen how this drift, because you know, we have gotten a bunch of cars that look, in theory, amazing, like the Pagani Huayra R, but then when you try it, it's like, oh boy, the drift. Where is the drift? But alright, we have over here a preview with the livery, and oh man. This is one very interesting car, a little bit weird for sure, but it's interesting looking, definitely racing. By the way, this is electric in case you didn't know, and I know this car from Asphalt 8, so there you go. Over here, hopefully, we're gonna have a bunch of color options so that we not always have it in this color. But anyway, so yeah, that is apparently the new Class B King. Honestly, we'll see. I mean, we'll know how to get this in a bit. Let's keep on reading. We got the Maserati GT2. Very interesting car to me, because this is finally another Maserati that I actually like, along with the MC12. What can I say? I just like cars that are racing cars, big wings, and all of that. So we have this thing, looking at the stats at gold. Class C car, rank of 38-32. So that puts it in the top, how could I describe this? In the high end of Class C without being a king of Class C. I don't think this is gonna even make it into Elite, but there it is. Having a look at the stats, we have that the top speed is kind of average for top tier Class C cars. Again, not the fastest, just saying the ones that are generally around the top. Acceleration around the top of Class C. Again, not the fastest. Just want to make that super clear. Acceleration, it's very good. Handling, it's okay, goodish. And Nitro, it's okay, baddish. That's how I can describe it. Again, I don't think this is going to be an elite car, but hey, it looks super dope. And what can I say? I like cars that are racing with the big wing and all of the aero stuff. Look at that ginormous roof scoop. So yeah, I'm liking this car. I'm going to be trying to get it. Then we have the Aston Martin DB12. Now, this is a car of Class B. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be 5 or 6 stars. I really think at most it's going to be 5 stars. I would even go as far as saying that maybe it'll be 4 stars. I don't know. 5 seem alright. For Class B at a rank of 3580, this is not, I would say it's smack in the middle of Class B. It's not on the worst side or the best side or anything. It's somewhere in the middle, and if we look at the stats, that kind of reflects it. The top speed is kind of average for the class. Acceleration is where it suffers at 74. Oof. Handling, it's on the good side, and Nitro, it's really good. So this is gonna be interesting because it's gonna be one of those cars that does have the durability with the Nitro, but man, is it gonna take a while for it to get there. This reminds me a little bit to some of those Class S cars that they added that have very slow acceleration, but what car was that? Let me think. I think it was a Saline or something like that also had a similar situation like this with the long Nitro, but terrible acceleration. But yeah, so you know, I guess if you're into Aston Martin, you may like this car, but personally, I'm incredibly uninterested. Then we got a very interesting thing. We have the McMurtry Spearling. Now, this is a very odd looking car, and this is what the car actually looks like in real life. It's not squished, I promise. What happens is that this is an electric car that was developed, well, I don't know when it was developed, but it was showcased, I believe, last year or maybe the year before that. And man, this thing is a little bit of a beast IRL. The acceleration on this thing is bonkers, and that was very well reflected over here. The acceleration of this thing at 90, it's absolutely insane, but it has very low top speed. Considering that this is a Class A car, I don't know if it's gonna be 5 or 6 stars, but maybe 6 stars. That would make sense. It would make it kind of similar to the Vanda. Yeah, in a way, you could also think of this car as a weird version of the Vanda. It's very slow. It's slower than the Vanda, but the acceleration is even better than that of the Vanda. So it's a very peculiar thing. The handling of 80, really good. The Nitro at 61, it's good-ish. But you can see that the maximum rank at 3789 is not particularly high. In fact, that is like 200 points under the Vanda, so that should give you a bit of an idea. I don't know that this car is going to have perfect nitro boost like the Vanda, and I'm sorry that I keep on bringing the Vanda, but I think for electric, insane accelerating cars in Class A, that's the best point of comparison, I think. But yeah, so I don't know that this is gonna have perfect nitro. That is unknown. It's unfortunately something that is not reflected in the stats, which I wish it was, because it would be really good to know, oh, this car looks like this, but it actually has this point in its advantage. But whatever. Very interesting car, just in terms of adding a very weird balance of very, very slow, really, really crazy acceleration. So I don't know. I think this is gonna be fun. And here is in action. Yeah, it's a little bit of a peculiar looking car, but man, I'm really happy to see it in this game, because I knew that if this car was added, it was gonna be something insane, and it definitely is without being overpowered. At least that's what it looks like. But anyway, let's move on. We got the Nissan GTR Neon Edition. That is a Class S car. 5 stars says over here. Over here it says 6, so who knows? I would probably say, given the rank, I'm leaning towards... Oh, wait a second. Are there 5-star Class S cars? I think so, but super basic. No, it's probably gonna be 6 stars. But yeah, with this rank, you can kind of tell that this is gonna be one of those cars that is not necessarily the strongest. And if we look at the stats, yeah, we can confirm that. Top speed at 361, this is just the average speed for Class A, not Class S. So that's already a problem. The acceleration is really good at 87. I don't know why Game Love has been adding a lot of acceleration cars lately. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it's kind of curious to see. Handling is also amazing. And then we have for the nitro on the goodish side. Good, actually good. It's almost 70. So it's overall good. But indeed, with this top speed, regardless of the acceleration, I don't think this is going to be competitive in any way, shape, or form. Look at the rank of 40, almost 4,400. Yeah, this is not real. I really doubt that this is going to be a great performer or competitive even. So still, cool looking car, especially if you like Nissans. So there you go, those are the new cars. A little bit of information that some cars will have the decal, some others are the Legend Pass of blah blah blah. Alright, let's actually read the notes for each one of the seasons. Supercharged Summer 1, special events. Prepare to be blown away by the seamless mix of explosive acceleration and butter smooth drifting of the new B-Class Rank King, the Lotus ER9. Its special event will kick off with a max free try stage of the main car so anyone can get a feel for it. To progress, you'll need the Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta featured in a parallel key hunt, the McLaren F1 LM, Spania 2015 GTA Spano, Peugeot 9X8 and Zenvo T SRS, and the brand new Grand Prix car, the Maserati GT12. So, right out of the gate, this car is gonna be very difficult to get. Of these cars, I think the only one that it's easy to get is the Zonda HP Barchetta. Again, it has a key hunt, it has had some key hunt. But the McLaren F1 LM, I mean, those who are lucky enough to have it, cool, but a lot of people don't have it because it's a very difficult car to get overall. The Spania 2015 GTA Spano, special event Class S, you know, a pretty much useless car, so I don't think a lot of people unlocked it. Peugeot 9X8, useful, but hey, again, not super easy to get. Zenvo T SRS is a Grand Prix car, so a lot of people don't have it. And again, another Grand Prix car, the Maserati GT2. So yeah, it makes sense. The Lotus ER9, like I mentioned, they even say over here, it's the new B-Class ranking. Now, they make this specification of being the class rank king because of the same thing that I mentioned earlier, that not necessarily rank means it's a king of the class. So now they just specify it's the king of the rank only. Who knows about performance? Though, they do promise butter smooth drifting. So It does seem that it's going to be a fantastic car, but again, it's going to be very difficult to acquire thanks to all the requirements. And honestly, I'm just going to stick with my Revuelto, not only because it's a Lambo, because that was free, and it was way, well, it was free. It was super easy to get, and I already have it at 6 stars, so it's fine. I don't need the Lotus ER9, but hey, if you want it, that's what you're going to need. Next up, the future is now. Old legend. The Faraday Future FF0 returns with a bang, this time in an Unleashed event. And alright, I gotta pause over there. I'm glad to see that they never returned the road test. That was, in my opinion, a terrible event. Spend your resources on a car that you don't get to keep and you only get a couple of... I hated that thing. And that you needed to repeat that event I don't know how many times to unlock the car. Apparently they just gave up on it and they're like, there's an Unleashed. Go get it if you want it. I don't believe that this is an amazing car, so there is that. Just kind of funny because in Asphalt this car is such a king, but hey, still. Next up, the special hunt format is back. This time with the Glickenhaus 007S. Are your credits ready? Oh boy, I'm excited about this. Much like we got a special hunt for the Pagani Zonda R last season, which it was a very controversial one because obviously the Pagani Zonda R is not an amazing car. It's got its good things, its bad things, and whatnot. Now we have the Glickenhaus 007S. If you don't know what car that is, let me show you real quick. This beautiful thing, another LMDH, whatever it is, type of car, hypercar for racing. And if you don't know anything about this car, I'll just give you a quick overview. It actually got released at the same time as the Pagani Zonda R, so it's kind of cool that both now have their special hunt. But it's a car that, similar to the Zonda R, has really good acceleration, though this one is even crazier, but it's a much slower car. So, and I only have it at 5 star obviously, so there's a little bit more that you can upgrade this. So in a way, it's the opposite of the Zonda R, where the Zonda R was fast, good acceleration still, this one still has good acceleration, but it had good nitro and all of that. This car is not as fast, but the handling along with the drift of this thing makes it absolutely insane. So this is a fantastic car, and the fact that it's gonna have a special hunt and you'll be able to gold it, oh man, excited about that. So yeah, you may want to start saving a bunch of credits because remember, you're gonna need somewhere like 43 million credits in order to do it. So keep that in mind. And seeing that it's a key car, you definitely need to have the car all the way to gold in order to unlock it if you don't have it already. So watch out with that. You really need a ton of credits. Prepare for it, because someone told me when I made a video on the Zonda R special hunt, it's like, but we didn't know about that. It's like, it was announced over a month ago in the patch notes. Come on. But anyway, there it is. Next up, we got the SSC Tuatara special event is back. Unlock or level up your own SSC Tuatara along with the SE support cars, which doesn't say which ones they are, but being that the Tuatara is a very strong class S car, I don't mind this is gonna be easy, so keep that in mind. Don't get too excited about this if you don't own it already. Then we have the Maserati GT2 will hit the tracks and its dedicated Grand Prix event. Don't forget that it's a support car in the Lotus ER9 special events. So yeah, the Maserati that looks kind of dope is going to be a Grand Prix. So what can I say? You know how Grand Prix are. If you're lucky, you get into a division that is not going to have aliens, so maybe you'll be able to unlock the car, or maybe not. We'll see. Then we have the McLaren Speedtail Starway returns, and this is not it, but hey, here's a graphic of the DB12. Time limited events. Kicking off the new season with some light exercise in the Running Green TLE featuring the Apex AP0. Cruise, well, I don't know, this is probably just gonna mean that it's gonna be a couple of blueprints over there, but not to worry because this car is coming back in a car hunt. We'll talk about that in a second. Cruising the Porsche 911 GTS Coupe, the bad 911, well, one of the bad ones, in the Coastal Cruising TLE, alright, sure. I mean, probably this is just gonna be to get like 45 tokens and a couple of blueprints for a car that everybody already has at max, but hey, there it is. Then we got the Dragon Boat TLE returns featuring the iconic Ferrari F8 Tributo. So, a good chance of you to get some blueprints for tokens once this event comes out. Showcase your skill in the Endurance Showdown TLE in Paris featuring the Ferrari F50, McLaren GT, and Ford GT. So, this is interesting because Endurance Showdown TLE, does that mean that it's gonna be... If it says endurance, I want to believe that it's going to be a long race, like 3 laps in the full 2-minute Paris loop. Imagine something like that. I don't know if it's going to be like that. I hope that they do make the endurance word to be worth using in this, but we'll see. Rebelling the Sunshine for longer than usual in the Summer Solstice TLE. Okay, no information what that is, but okay. The Overclock and Season Showcase TLEs will be present. As always, remember to collect your Overclock chips. Cool. The future opponents in the Legend Pass Car TLE Showcase featuring the sleek Aston Martin DB12, the usual stuff, you know, you get a free try of the car and all that stuff. Key car hunts in order. I love that they put them in order now. Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta, Maserati MC12. Speaking of the Maserati that I also like, this is a Class C car that had one or two Grand Prix. So if you were not able to unlock it at that point, now you can just get it through a regular hunt. Though it's a key hunt because it's a key car. So this is key hunt. Maserati is also key hunt. Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR. Oh man, I'm excited. I love that car. It was a Legend Pass car. I don't think it ever got a legendary hunt. So now there's just a regular hunt. Or unless it's a legend hunt, now that I think about it. Because it does say that this and the Edeldesign Da Vinci will be simultaneous car hunts. So there's a chance that this will be the legendary hunt, which would be kind of sad, but hey, it's a Class C car. Not an amazing car by any means in terms of performance, but, you know, it's nice. And for a person like me that loves this car, why not? And then we got the Aston Martin Victor, one of the best car hunts, or rather, one of the car hunts that gives you one of the highest ranked cars in class. Oh, let me rephrase that. This is the highest ranked car that you can get through a car hunt for Class A. There you go. 6 stars, so it takes a lot of blueprints, but man, is that car powerful. Alright, now let's have a look at Supercharged Summer 2. Special events. A new special event for the Nissan GTR Neon Edition is here to make a splash. The first stage is max free try, so everyone can get a taste for this flashy ride. Okay, sure. No information as to what are the cars that are going to be needed, but okay. The new McMurtry's Peerling will be available through an Unleashed event, having McLaren GT, Aston Martin and DBS, Superleggera, Lamborghini Reventon Roadster, and Apex AP0 as supporting cars. The Apex AP0 will be featured in a parallel hunt to the Unleashed event, so worry not if you don't own it yet. I don't know why. Is the Apex AP0 super rare? I don't know why there's always a lot of talk about the Apex AP0. Almost every year we get one car hunt for this thing, just like with any other car. So I don't know why it's always so much emphasis on that car, but hey, okay, whatever. As far as the cars that are required as support cars, which each one of these is probably just gonna mean that it's gonna give you 5 blueprints for this car. But yeah, McLaren GT, really strong Class C, Aston Martin DBS Superleggera, Class B relatively common. This is not exactly common, so it's going to be a bit more difficult. Lamborghini Reventon Roadster, it was available, what, in a Draft Syndicate recently, so maybe you already have it. An Apex AP0. So yeah, I think the rarest would be the Reventon and the McLaren GT. The other ones you should be okay to get some blueprints. But remember, this is only going to give you a few blueprints. You're still going to probably have to spend a bunch of tokens if you want to unlock this thing. And if it needs a key, oh boy, you're going to need to spend a ton. But hopefully it's not going to be a key car, so that everybody can unlock it at even if a few stars, just to have this really weird car in the garage. But anyway. Then we got the Star Wars rotation. We continue with the Lamborghini Huracan Evo Spider event. Okay, sure. Missed the first time. The Ferrari 296 GTB Grand Prix will rerun. Do you have what it takes to win against the competition? So another Grand Prix for the 296 GTB Class C car. It's an elite Class C car, so it makes sense for people to be trying to go for it, because obviously you can get additional tokens through the C Class Elite event every however many weeks. And then we have this illustration with what I now know is My Hero Academia. Plus Ultra, a thrilling season-long My Hero Academia dedicated special event will arrive. It will feature no less than 8 epic decals, including 2 animated ones. The first 10 stages are free try, so make sure you play through as much of... Jesus Christ. So make sure you play through as much of the event as possible to collect exclusive rewards. So, if you like this anime, there you go. Or if you like just weird decals, there you go. Time limited event. Formula E is back, finally. The second GLE in the series will kick off the season. So I said finally because we got this event a couple updates ago. And, you know, you were able to unlock the car and now you will be able to get more blueprints. They did say that the Formula E car was one that you would be able to just straight up gold eventually just by doing all the TLEs. We just didn't consider that this was going to take so long for the TLEs to happen, but hey, there you go. Get your wheels ready. It's time to race across France in the Vision 1789 in Paris. Okay, sure. Setting some time aside for grilling to celebrate. I think a comma would be good here, but anyway. Setting some time aside from grilling to celebrate 4th of July in style with American cars in the dedicated TLE. Then celebrate our shared love for gaming in the Gaming Galore TLE. This one's dedicated to all the new legends that are joining us. Numbers galore is what you will say once you see the car list for this lucky number 7 TLE. Okay? Well, sure. The Overclock and Season TLEs, you know, the same thing. Test your skill with the Legend Pass TLE Showcase, sure. Season car key hunts in order. We have the Glickenhaus 004C. This is the one in Class D. It's in theory one of the quote-unquote kings of Class D. Then we have also the Ferrari Roma. There's the Apex AP0 and the Peugeot SR1. Didn't we get a... No, wait, I'm thinking of the Switch that we got a Peugeot SR1 not too long ago. Never mind. But yeah, and finally, the legendary hunt will be the McLaren Artura, which is... I don't know, should I get the Legend Pass to get the McLaren Artura? I'll think about it. I don't know. I'm not super interested, honestly, in getting the Legend Pass because the Aston Martin DB12, which is the Legend Pass car, is not super interesting to me. But hey, at least it's not a terrible Class C or Class D car like they have done before. And we have it here in other. On May 29th at noon CEST, Asphalt 9 will be going under maintenance on the Xbox, Windows, Xbox, and Steam versions of the game, so please make sure you claim your event rewards before then or they will be lost. All events will end at 11 CEST on the 29th. Ensure all claimable rewards will be available. So, this is the part that I think everybody needs to be aware of, because otherwise someone will not remember this. There should be some reminder, probably, hopefully in the game there is going to be a pop-up reminder that, hey, you need to claim your stuff. Because you're going to have the grand total of 1 hour from the events ending to when you can claim them before this thing goes under maintenance. So it's going to be a little bit weird. I don't know if you're listening to this or if you read the dispatch notes, put a reminder of something or something, because man, it's very little time to claim stuff. There's gonna be people who are gonna be sleeping at that time, so will they miss out on that stuff? Seems likely. What they should do is make it so that it ends on the day before, you know? And that way you have a full day to claim stuff, but oh well. We hope you enjoyed this exciting events and cars in the upcoming Asphalt 9 Legends update. For the latest blah 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 blah, here's a cookie to redeem code Super Summer. This gives you, I believe, 75 tokens, but last time I checked, this was already spent. This code's always just, you know, don't last. So there you go. So those are all of the patch notes for this upcoming season. Like I said, just having a quick overview of the cars again. We got the Lotus CR9 King of Class B. It's gonna be a special event that requires some difficult cars, so it's unlikely that you're gonna be able to get this car if you don't have those fancy cars. And overall, what it does seem like a very, very strong car, and it may indeed just be the straight-up king nowadays. I don't know. I think we'll be fine. I have my Roboto, so that's enough for me. The Maserati GT2, it's a car that I do want to get, so I will be trying in it to get it through the Grand Prix, but we'll see what my luck is. The Aston Martin DB12, this is the Legend Pass car. Not super interested on it, so I don't know that I'll be getting it at all. And then we have the McMurtry Spearling. Again, that one is gonna be a unleashed, so you're gonna have to spend some tokens or maybe a ton of tokens in order to unlock it, especially if it's gonna be a key car. But man, what an interesting little car. I may try to unlock it if I'm in a good spot to do so. And finally, the Nissan GTR Neon Edition, Class S car with a special event, but not a competitive one, so another one just for the collection. So overall, this season, it's exciting to me mostly because of two of the car hunts that we mentioned earlier, which are the one for the MC12, I don't own that car, and the Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR, which I don't own, but I do have at, I do own, but I only have at 4 out of 5 stars, so I'll be looking forward to getting it to 5 stars. And of course, I'm very hyped as well to the, where is it? Where is it? Unlimited events. Is it here? Or is it up here? Glickenhaus, yes. The special hunt. This also gets me really excited. So again, remember, save 43 millions. You're gonna need them. So that's all for the patch notes. Now, what about the Tomato P900? Was I able to unlock it? Yes, I did unlock it. Was I able to max it? Well, yes, I was able also to max it. Where is it? There it is. Now I haven't upgraded it just yet, but I do need to upgrade it for the Riot. But now you might be wondering, oh geez, DBT, how did you unlock this thing? Well, basically I had to do the car hunt in the free-to-play way, you know? I do not own the TLE or the event pass or whatever it's called. I don't own it, so I had to do it in the normal way. I don't have the Legend Pass either, so I didn't get any free refills. I had to do it just the good old way of watching ads to refill and whatnot. I did not actually need to spend any tokens on refills either, which is nice. I mean, I would have spent tokens on the refills for sure if I needed to, because I wasn't gonna leave this car at 4 out of 5 stars. So yeah, it worked out, though I did have to grind it quite a bit, and I just spent I don't know how many millions, but there you go. And now I have it at the maximum rank available, and I don't have a single epic for it. Yay! I don't know, what can I say? I did say that I wanted this car once I read the patch notes of the previous season and I saw that this was gonna be a car hunt. I was super excited about it because, man, this car looks absolutely bonkers. I love it, and now it's mine. And I promise that there will be an episode of how far can it take me with this car soon enough. But alright, just want to give you the information. Now I need to start also the car hunt for the... Oh, let me claim my tokens. Thank you very much. There's also the car hunt right now for me to do of the McLaren Senna GTR Class A car. If you're wondering how good or bad that car is, honestly, I don't know, because I have only had it ever since it got released, and I don't even know how you unlock this car. I don't remember anymore. But I've only had it at 3 stars, so I've never really tried to use this car. But yeah, now I have to focus on this car hunt, but it shouldn't be too difficult given that I already have it at 3 out of 5 stars. And if you don't know anything about this car, this is where it's positioned. Here it is. And it's above the VLF. It's under the SVJ or the Vanda, the Porsche 918. So that should give you kind of an idea of where in performance it should be. I can show you the stats, but honestly, you know what? Hold on. Shout out to Masterpiece Minimum 42 on Reddit for posting this image. Yeah, there it is with the with all the stats. Maximum rank of 4025. Top speed is average for the class. Acceleration, it's a little bit good. Handling, it's bad. And nitro is really good. So there you go, in case you were curious about this whole thing. But yeah, I will definitely be going for it because I love the way this car looks. How could I not? The Senna was already cool looking. Now this looks even cooler. Sad that, you know, they made it handle bad, but okay, whatever. So yeah, that is what I'm going to be focusing on. Again, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit like button, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.